Okay. Hi, everybody. This is yoga, MoveEasy Yoga with Via. It is September 4th, 2021. We're going to start in static rest, which is legs up on a box, bent knees. You could have something under your head. Your arms can be at your side. They can be out in a T. They can be in cactus. And we're going to be here for 7 minutes. What I want you to feel is that you've released the psoas, which is the muscle, the hip flexor that runs along. That's not back there, Kathy. It's long in front along the groin. It actually goes from the, I think it comes from the back of the pelvis to the front. But you should feel the release right at the groin. And if you don't adjust your knee position so that it's as close to 90 degrees as you can, and that's when you'll find the release. And I'm going to do this too. So I'm going to climb up on my Cadillac and do this as well. So just breathing, just watching your breath.
Mm. 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 Hmm.
Stay where you are and move your head from right to left. Just look right and look left about 6 times, slowly. And whenever you're finished, come back to center and shift your eyeballs only. Nothing else moves. Shift your eyeballs to the right and wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. And then come back to center and shift your eyeballs only, nothing else, to the left. And wait for an involuntary sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. Come back to center and repeat that 2 more times, right, left, without my cueing. Vagus nerve reset. Come back to center. And the last thing we're going to do here is head ramping. So your head can be in your hands, your bend elbows behind your hands behind your head. You can be on a set of therapy balls or a sponge ball. And what you're going to do is just press the occipital ridge, the base of the back of the skull, press that back into the floor or into the balls or whatever you're on. The chin will drop a little bit because you did that. You're going to hold and then release and do that 5 more times. Head ramping, releasing the cervical spine and all the tension we hold there because we're on computers and cell phones. It's postural too. And when you're ready, come up to standing with your therapy ball, your neuro ball in your nearby, because we're going to do footwork. So if you have a neuro ball, use a half a neuro ball. If you don't have a neuro ball, use a tennis ball or a therapy ball, a yoga tune-up therapy ball is I prefer. You're going to be, this is a balancing work, so you should probably be near a chair or a wall or a safe point in case you need to catch yourself. We're going to hold each of the 6 positions for 40 seconds. So now, there it is. I have to go ahead. Kathy, can you cue this? Because I have to go look for my script. Somehow I don't have my script.
Okay, all right.
Go ahead and do that while I look.
So the first position is directly below the toes in the middle. And I have to time it then for 40 seconds. And if you want, you can flex your toes.
I found it, but go ahead.
Okay. I don't have a timer exactly, so I'm
Well, I can time.
okay, well, we can get a little extra time here.
Sure, this is a good spot for extra. This is a good spot for bonus. I just set the timer.
Okay.
Just breathing and standing as tall as you can. Even if you need help with it, holding onto a chair or something to help you stand tall. Because you don't want to do this footwork and round your shoulders and look at your toes. That would be counterproductive.
Okay.
Point number 2, in the middle of the foot,
Right in the
about
middle.
halfway down, and right in the center. 40 seconds. So remember, Naboso is having a 20% off sale for these balls and all of its other products, actually, this weekend, Labor Day weekend. If you don't have the balls, I heartily recommend that you get them, especially if you're going to continue to come to my class. This is stimulation, sensory stimulation work. So the therapy balls do fascia release, which the Neuro ball does as well, but the Neuro ball adds release or stimulation of the nerve endings in the feet. Number 3, at the calcaneus, at the edge of the heel.
Yeah, I used the Neuroball after my walk yesterday. It made my feet feel so much better.
Yeah. I never have feet problems. I think it's because I do so much of this kind of work. Because a lot of my friends are always complaining about their feet.
Mhm.
Okay, number 4, come up to the center and to the outside of the foot, outside edge of the foot. You'll find your own place that feels right. Because you can imagine there's quite a few, several different locations you could be working on the outside edge of your foot. Okay, number 5, inside edge of foot. Anywhere along the inside edge, at any angle. Find your own best spot. Listen to your own body. Your body is your teacher. I'm just an occasional guide. And then the last one is just up and just behind the big toe mound. So just a little higher than where you were. Okay, switch sides. Point number one on the other foot. Just below the big toe, the metatarsal mound. Remember, you could wiggle your toes and squeeze them and stretch them while you're on any of these positions, whichever feels available to you. But it's an add-on. Position number two in the center of the foot. Position number three, just one a little bit farther down in front of the heel. Position number four, outside edge of the foot. Okay, position number five, inside edge of foot. Last position up above the fifth position, just in front of the big toe mound. Okay, the foot Neuro series is done. Go ahead and walk around for a minute. And then when you're done, come down for core work, come down into a supine position. You may want to put something under your head, some washcloths or a blanket, a folded blanket or a sponge ball. And what you're going to do, Kathy's going to demonstrate it in a minute.
Just a second.
You're going to do 3 sets, though, 3 sets of 10. Do the best you can to straighten your legs. Some people won't be able to straighten it all and to bring it all the way down to the floor. So just go ahead and starting with bent knees and then straightening the legs. We're going to do 10 of these. I haven't counted, Kathy. Do you know how? Okay.
This is 6.
6. Try to keep your waist and your lumbar on the floor. You can hold on to the mat above your head. You can hold on to anything that is around you, just to give you a little bit more stability so you're not using your lumbar. The idea is to use your abdominals and not your lumbar.
That's 10.
That's 10. We're going to rest for just a couple breaths here. And then we're going to do this 2 more sets, if you can. So when I first started, I couldn't straighten my legs very well, but it gets better. You might want to put a mobility strip under your lumbar spine, if you have one. Sit. Okay.
1 more.
1 more. And then drop your legs and rest. You can put your knees together and your feet wide. That actually also releases the psoas. And wait till you feel ready to go back up again. Okay. 1, 2,
It's easier for me without that.
3 without.
Yeah.
It's going to be 10.
That's 10.
Okay. Okay, so now just relax. go ahead and bring your soles of your feet together and your knees wide and see if you can just do a little bit of relaxing between the next big thing, which is leg stretch 1, 2, and 3. You're going to need your strap. And I'd like you to have the leg, the standing leg, standing on a wall, if you can, if you have a wall nearby. It makes it into a closed chain event. So just the left leg, we're going to start with the right leg. The left leg is the heel is pressing into the floor, into the wall, at the corner of the wall. Put a strap around your foot.
Wait a minute, I lost the comb.
We're going to time this 40 seconds. Now, put both straps in your right hand. Take your leg out to the right. Keep your left hip on the floor. It may be a much smaller movement than Kathy is demonstrating. So don't necessarily expect that. Press your left foot into the wall as if you're standing on it. Actually, if I do that, I can take my right leg out a little farther. This is leg stretch 2. Come on back. And now take it over to the left, across your body. And you come into a sideline position. Now, the bottom of your foot that's on the wall is, the outside edge of the foot is along the floor. So it's a totally different position. And but the stretch is coming across your body. Switch sides. The right leg, the foot of the right leg is pressing into the wall. The left leg is up toward the ceiling with a strap. And then just stay here. You may want to even pull your left foot closer to your face. Leg stretch number 2. Hold on to the strap with your left hand and take your leg out to the left. Keeping your hips even on the floor, pressing your right foot into the wall. Breathing, being aware of where the movement comes from. It's right at your acetabulum, your hip socket. Come back to center. Remember this last leg stretch 3, your leg is coming across the body. Use the strap still. And you'll want to flip so that your outside edge of your right foot is along the floor. And then your hip is coming up. So you maybe even all the way up to the hip. The 2 hips are stacked. Just stay here and breathe. Come all the way back. Get rid of your strap. Stay here. Supine, bend your knees, tabletop. 3 sets of 10 core work leg stretches. But be sure to rest in between the 10. If you can't do 10 yet, do 6 or 7. You should feel this in the core, in the abdomen. I'm waiting for Kathy to stop because I lost track.
Okay, I'm counting.
While you're here, you may feel a lot better if you bring your knees, put your knees together and your feet wide. This is an actual way to rest your hips and release the hip flexors. There she goes again. Bring your legs out as far as you can get them. This might be really new for you, this kind of core work. I hope Kathy's finishing soon.
Yes.
Okay.
Trust me, I'm counting.
Rest. Just rest and breathe. We'll go one more round, one more set. This is something you can do while you're watching TV.
Put the TV on the ceiling.
Put the TV on the ceiling, yeah. I guess maybe it's not really totally available. Okay, the next set, I want you to come up to a floor seated position. We're going to go ahead and do a side bend and a spine twist on the floor. So a traditional floor seated position. Cross your legs. So find one position. Right arm slides along the floor. The opposite arm up and over, if you can put it there. I'm going to try to remember to do the elbow stretch halfway here. Go ahead and bring the elbow forward. Create a little more different stretch in the armpit. And then bring your elbow up. Bring your torso up. Switch to the other side. Notice the key, I'm doing this on this side without my arm. Without sliding my arm, I'm taking my other arm up and over though. The key is the side bend of the thoracic spine. You can do this without arms. I'm going to go ahead and bring your elbow forward. Find another stretch in the armpit. And then arm up first, elbow first, and then the torso. Come on up. And then go in. We're going to go into a spine twist. The spine twist. So taking your left hand onto your right knee, your right hand behind you. Spider fingers. And remember, once you maintain your spine twist, if you want to, you can do a rib cage slide without involving the shoulders or the upper traps. And then come on back. Unravel. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind you, spider fingers. Remember, you can add a rib cage slide, but still maintain your spine twist. And try not to use your upper trapezius. Go ahead and switch the cross of your legs if you haven't already done that. We're going to do a seated back bend. So bring your arms behind you and then open the chest. Use the arms as little stilts to open the chest and bend back. You don't need to, you can still keep your chin tucked. The chest opens, the upper back extends. And we're going to stay here for 40 seconds. Okay, come on back. Find your way under the floor for core work. Kathy, why don't you call out the numbers
I can do that, sure.
as you go? So I think it'll keep us on track.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, rest. Rest and breathe. By now, your core, your abs should start to be feeling this.
Oh, yeah.
And come on back up. We'll start again. 10 more if you can.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay. Down you go. If you want to, you can bring your knees towards each other and make your feet wider. And just take some breaths here. Notice this is good for your quads as well. Quads and core. One more set.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay, so just go ahead and come into a butterfly with your legs, soles together, feet together, knees apart, just resting. And then bring your knees together and just windshield wipe. Just drop your knees from one side to the other. If you want to make it harder, you can bring it up into tabletop and drop your knees from one side to the other. If you want to, you can take your legs when your feet are on the floor, take your legs farther apart and drop them. So just some variation of what this is called windshield wipers. It's a hippo. It should feel good. Just and then whenever you're ready, come to a position for Yoga Nidra. So finding a comfortable supine position. If you'd like, you can still put your legs back up on chair. I actually like that for Yoga Nidra. And we're going to start to pay attention to breath, just breathing in and out, watching the breath, watching the belly rise and fall. And then go ahead and bring your attention and your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, wrist, left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, left ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This completes our 61-point guided Yoga Nidra meditation. Go ahead and start to stretch. Stretch your arms, both of them above your head. Stretch your legs out along the mat if you didn't have them there already. Just stretching back and forth, right and left. Arms, legs. And then start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Wiggle your fingers and your toes and then rotate your wrists and your ankles in one direction and then in the other. And then whenever you're ready, hug your right knee to your chest. And then your left. And then both. And then rock your knees from side to side, releasing your lower back and your hips. And then whenever you're ready, roll all the way over to your side into a fetal position, bottom arm as a pillow, top arm, the hand pressing into the floor as you bring yourself up to seated. And I will remove the spotlight. I will put my video back on, and I'm going to choose gallery view. I can't do that for you, but you might want to do that for yourself. We're going to bring your hands. I'll bring my hands. And this is as far as I can get my hands up. Prayer position. But I want you to press on them. I'm not going to do that actually, but you're going to do that. Press them together really strongly so you can feel the scapula, a little bit of shoulder work. And then let them go. And soft prayer pose. Lift your skull, the base of your skull, from your shoulders, above your shoulders, so that you can round your skull, not your spine, your skull forward, nodding, bowing, acknowledging and honoring the light in each of us. And knowing also that we are one light. And we'll close the class by saying to each other, namaste.
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 Namaste. Before we
Thank
leave
you.
this, I wanted to thank you guys for, this is a free class, but I also accept donations. So I just wanted to thank the people who donated for me for August. Let's turn off the recording.